Hey, West Burlington Falcons. It's Mr. Henman here. I was just having some fun exploring some sounds with my maracas. Now, you notice these two maracas are different shapes, different sizes. Take a listen to how they sound. Do they sound the same to you? They didn't sound quite the same to me. Listen again. Why might these two maracas sound different? They're both maracas, so shouldn't they sound the same? We learn in music that different instruments have different sounds, and the way that it creates a sound depends on a lot of different factors, such as how the instrument is made, what it's made from, what is inside of the instrument, how we play that instrument. We call the unique sound of every single instrument timbre. So, timbre explains why this maraca has a different sound than this maraca. They're made from different shapes. What's inside of the maracas is different materials, and that affects the way that the instruments sound. So while we might play them the same way by shaking them, they still end up sounding a little bit different. We're going to talk a little bit more about timbre later today, but for now, let's get started with our welcome song. Welcome to music, everyone. Welcome to music, everyone. Hope you have a lot of fun. Hope you have a lot of fun. Now is the time to sing and play. Now is the time to sing and play. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great day. Let's go ahead and get our bodies up and moving and ready for music class. We're going to move and groove to this song called Dooby 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 Doo. All you gotta do is follow me with the actions. Make sure you're giving yourself plenty of space. We always want to make sure that we are moving safely in music class. So find a spot around your house where you've got plenty of room around you to move. Let's try Dooby Dooby Doo together.
Gonna clap my hands,
Gonna clap my hands,
all through the town.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna clap my hands,
Gonna clap my hands,
when the rain comes down.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna clap my hands,
Gonna clap my hands,
like a funny clown.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna sing out loud,
Gonna sing out loud,
till the cows come home.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna sing out loud,
Gonna sing out loud,
on the telephone.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna sing out loud,
Gotta sing out loud,
when I'm all alone.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna jump up and down,
Gotta jump up and down,
like a jelly bean.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna jump up and down,
Gotta jump up and down,
like a Aristocrane.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna jump up and down,
Gotta jump up and down,
so I can be seen.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna stand on my toes,
Gotta stand on my toes,
get really tall.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna stand on my toes,
Gotta stand on my toes,
get really small.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna stand on my toes,
Gotta stand on my toes,
it's better than my nose. Gonna wink an eye,
gotta wink an eye,
all through the night.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna wink an eye,
Gotta wink an eye,
till I get it right.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna wink an eye,
Gotta wink an eye,
with all my might.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna say bye-bye,
Gotta say bye-bye,
gonna see my gal.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Gonna say bye-bye,
Gotta say bye-bye,
gonna see my pal.
like Dooby Dooby Doo.
Gonna say bye-bye,
Gotta say bye-bye,
I hope you stay well.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Doobie 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 doo.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Doobie doobie doo.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Doobie 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 doo.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Doobie doobie doo.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Doobie doobie doo.
Dooby 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 Doo.
Doobie doobie doo.
Dooby 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 Doo. Before we get to our next song, I wanted to talk a little bit about this word that we use in music called timbre. Go ahead and say it with me. Timbre. And to help us learn about timbre, I thought I'd ask a friend to come join us. So, Leo, why don't you help us learn about what exactly is timbre. Take it away.
Ah, yes, boys and girls. Timbre is a word that we use in music. Timbre is the unique sound of a voice or instrument. I want you to think about the voices that you hear every single day. Your own voice, as well as the voices of your parents, your brothers, your sisters, even your dog. We all have different voices. No two voices sound exactly the same. We call our different sounds, our different voices, timbres because they sound different. Now, we also have different timbres with instruments. Instruments can produce their own sounds, their own unique sounds that are not like any other instrument. That is the word timbre. It is the unique sound of a voice or instrument.
Thank you so much for that help, Leo. So we're going to listen to this song. It is called, I don't know. No, really, that's the name of the song. I don't know. That is the name. We're going to take a listen to the song called I Don't Know. We're going to listen for the timbre, the different sounds of the voices. You might know that kids' voices sound different than adult voices. We're going to take a listen to I Don't Know. When you hear an adult voice, I want you to raise this hand. When you hear a kid's voice, I want you to raise the other hand. And when you hear both kids and adult voices at the same time, you're going to raise both hands. You're going to be up and down the entire song. Let's see how well you recognize the different timbres, the unique sound of the adult voices versus the kid voices. Here's that song, I Don't Know.
How are you feeling today?
I don't know.
Do you have something to say?
I don't know.
Can you come over and play?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
What is the name of this song?
I don't know.
What are the words to this song?
I don't know.
Can you sing this song?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know.
They don't know.
We don't know.
You don't know.
We don't know.
We all don't know. You don't know.
We don't know.
They don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Right now, we are in the middle of Hispanic Heritage Month, which begins on September 15th and ends on October 15th.
This is a month where we celebrate the cultures of people who come from Hispanic nations such as Mexico, Guatemala, Panama, Argentina, and Venezuela. These are countries where Spanish is their main language. I thought as a way to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, we would spend some time listening and dancing along with music from Mexico known as Mariachi. We're going to be dancing to some Mariachi music called Los Machetes, which is translated to mean the Machetes. We're going to take a little look at what the actual dance looks like, and then I will teach you the steps to Los Machetes. Let's take a watch. So now you got a chance to see how professional mariachi dancers dance to Los Machetes. What was it in their hands that they were using? You might have noticed that they were using machetes, which are very long blades. Now we are not going to use machetes for our dancing today. Any ideas why we would not use machetes? You guessed it, it's a safety issue. We want to make sure that we are being as safe as possible in music class. So we're going to use something else to take the place of those machetes. We are going to use sticks. Now I've got 2 rhythm sticks that are from my music room. You probably do not have rhythm sticks in your house. So things that you could use instead, you could use these sticks that are inside of your music kit. Those would be a good replacement instead of rhythm sticks. If you don't have those, you might have pencils around your house. Maybe you've got chopsticks. And if you still can't find anything, you can use your hands and they will work just fine. So let's learn the moves to the mariachi Mexican folk dance known as Los Machetes. I'm going to teach you the 3 different sections to the dance Los Machetes. We're going to start with section 1 of the music. You're going to have both hands behind your back, just like me. And what you're going to do for section 1, you're just going to skip to the steady beat, and that will work just fine. Now, if you want to do something a little more traditional with the mariachi dance, you're going to do a step like this. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Let's try that slowly all together. Right, left, right, left, right, left. right, left, right, left, right, left. We need to go a little bit faster for the music. It should be a little bit like this. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left. If this is too challenging for you to do at that speed, go ahead and do the skipping instead. For section 2 of the music, we need our makeshift machetes. Now, I'm using rhythm sticks. You may not have rhythm sticks at home, in which case, those sticks that are in your music kit will work just fine. Or, if you don't have a music kit, use your hands and clap instead. It's going to look a little bit like this. Tap, under, front, back, tap, tap, tap. Tap, under, front, back, tap, tap, tap. Let's try it slowly now. Tap, under, front, back, tap, tap, tap. Tap, under, front, back, tap, tap, tap. Here's the challenge. We have to do it much faster for the music. It's going to look like this. Try it with me if you're ready. Tap, under, front, back, tap, tap, tap. Tap, under, front, back, tap, tap, tap. If you want to make it a little more traditional, you can add in a little bit of a jump anytime we do the under section. It'll look like this. Tap, under, front, back, tap, tap, tap. Tap, under, front, back, tap, tap, tap. For section 3 of the music, you're going to have one hand be your lasso. The other hand is going to be on your hip. As you twirl your lasso with one hand, you're going to give me a little sassy hip shake just like that. Now, every now and then, we're going to switch hands. The other hand's going to be your lasso, and you're going to shake that other hip just like that. Perfect, and just like that, you have learned the 3 different sections to Los Machetes. Let's try dancing the entire dance all together.
Today for story time, I thought we would read a story about a family that makes music together. Now, I come from a pretty musical family myself, and maybe some of you come from a very similar family where you have a lot of family members who make music. Maybe you've got a dad who plays the guitar, or maybe your mother who likes to play the violin. Maybe you have a brother or sister who plays an instrument in band. You might have a lot of families who love to make music. Our story today is about a family just like that. This is a story called My Family Plays Music by Judy Cox and illustrated by Elbrite Brown. This is my family. We all love music. Sounds a lot like my family. This is my mom. She plays fiddle in a country and western band. She plays in honky tonks and sings sad songs about broken hearts while people dance real slow. When I play with her, I play the tambourine. Can you name some of the instruments that you see in this picture? We've got the mother who's playing the fiddle, a lot like the violin. We've got this man in the middle. Looks like he's playing an instrument called the clarinet. We've got this guy playing the banjo. This is my dad. He plays cello in a string quartet. He sits on stage at Symphony Hall in a black tailcoat and a white bow tie. When I play with him, I play the triangle. Let's take another look at that picture, see if we can name some of the other instruments that we see. So the dad is playing the cello, and these two people, looks like they're playing a violin. This man, it might look a little bit like the violin, but it looks a little bit larger. We call that stringed instrument the viola. Plays just a little bit lower than the violin. This is my sister Emily. She plays clarinet in the marching band. We cheer and wave as she struts down Main Street in the big parade. When I play with her, I play the cymbals. We play the cymbals by crashing them together just like this. Let's take a look at that picture again and see what other instruments we can find. So we've got the sister who plays that clarinet. This man is playing a drum called the bass drum. It's very large. And this person is striking, it looks like bongos with his hands. This is my brother Paul. He plays lead guitar in a rock and roll band. He wiggles and he spins as he shakes when he plays for the dance in the high school gym. When I play with him, I play the cowbell. And yes, believe it or not, the cowbell is an instrument. We play the cowbell by striking it just like this. So her brother plays in a rock and roll band. What are some of the other instruments that you see in this band? I see in the back, you see someone who's playing the drum set. And it looks like they've got someone else who is playing, any ideas what instrument that is? Looks like the trumpet to me. This is my Aunt Saffron. She plays vibes in a jazz combo. There she is, back there. She plays soft, cool sounds at the Blue Note Club. Her hands dance the mallets up and down the bars. Pong, pong, ping. When I play with her, I play the woodblock. Now, I looked everywhere for my woodblock. I couldn't actually find one, but we've got something that's a little similar. A tone block. So let's see, this jazz combo, we've got the vibes, which look a little bit like a xylophone, which you might find in my music room, but it sounds a little bit different. It's made out of different material. You've got someone playing the trumpet. Ooh, this really large instrument. Some kids like to think that is a cello, but it's actually a string bass. It's even bigger than the cello is. This is my Uncle Woody. He plays saxophone in a big band.
He blows swing tunes at the Paragon Ballroom while dancers glide beneath the flashing mirror ball. When I play with him, I play the maracas. So that's the saxophone right here. Her Uncle Woody is playing the saxophone. We've got someone else who's playing the keyboard. And we've got someone else in the back who is playing the trumpet. This is my grandma. She plays banjo in a bluegrass band. She picks mountain melodies for folks who sit on folding chairs and tap their toes to the spunky beat. When I play with her, I play the jug. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a jug, but if you had a jug at home, or if you don't have a jug, you could use something like a pop bottle, and you empty it out. If you blow across the top of the hole of the pop bottle, you can make a sound that way. So there's her grandma playing the banjo. Looks like that might be her grandpa maybe playing the guitar in the back. This is my grandpa. He plays tuba in a polka band. He dresses in lederhosen and a hat with a feather. His cheeks puff out round and red as he blows oompa oompa. When I play with him, I play rhythm sticks. So let's take a look at some of the other instruments that we find in a polka band. We've got the grandpa who is playing the tuba. We've got some people playing, I think those are called Alp horns. We don't see them very often here in the United States. And we've got someone else playing a bass drum in the back. And what they're wearing, that's called lederhosen. It's a traditional type of Austrian garb that a lot of people wear when they play polka music. This is my great-grandmother. She plays the pipe organ in St. Peter's Cathedral. On Sunday morning, we sit straight and still as she pumps out music that swells like waves. When I play with her, I play the handbell. And over here is the pipe organ. Really big instrument. It's a little bit like piano, which we talked about in the previous episode. You play it by pressing down on keys, but it's different because the way it produces a sound, it has air that is pushed up and through those really tall pipes of the organ, and the air is what produces the sound. It's a little different than what we're used to. This is my cousin Dean. He plays bongos at the Full Ear Cafe. He slips his drums between his knees and raps and pats them with his hands, keeping the beat while people recite poems that don't rhyme. When I play with him, I play wind chimes. So he's playing the bongos. Looks like someone else is playing the conga drum in the back. Now, they talked about poems that don't rhyme. You might have been taught that poems always rhyme. Do they always have to rhyme? Believe it or not, not every single poem has to rhyme. As you get older, you start to hear poems that don't always rhyme. And this type of poetry that they're talking about, you might call it a slam poem. Doesn't always rhyme. This is my niece, Sadie. She plays pots and pans, drumming on them with a wooden spoon. Sounds like me when I was a kid. She plays loud. When I play with her, I play the big soup kettle. You might have done something like this at home with some of the pots and pans around your kitchen. This is me. I play tambourine, triangle, cymbals, cowbell, woodblock, maracas, rhythm sticks, handbell, wind chimes, and soup kettle. Dad says I'm a percussionist. All of these instruments that we learned about and that I showed you are called percussion instruments. They're instruments that we play by striking them or hitting them. So those are all part of the percussion family. This is my family. We all love different kinds of music, but we all love one another. When we get together, we celebrate. The end. I hope you enjoyed that story. That was My Family Plays Music by Judy Cox and illustrated by Elbrite Brown. With that said, it is about time for us to end our music class, so let's get to our goodbye song. low. Sing real soft and sing real strong. Adios, our goodbye song. Adios, amigos. I'll see you all next week for another fun music class. Adios to you. Adios, amigos.
I hope you had fun today learning a little bit about timbre and mariachi music with Los Machetes, as well as some instruments from the percussion family. Before we leave, though, I want to leave you with one last question about timbre. I've got two different drums here. This is a floor tom and this is a doombek. Do you think they're going to produce the same sound because they're both drums? Why or why not? Let's give it a test. I'm going to try playing this drum, the floor tom. Now I'm going to try playing the doombek. You might have noticed that the sounds are different. Why do these two drums make different sounds? They're both drums, so why don't they make the same sound? We talked a little bit about timbre today, the unique sound of a voice or instrument. These two drums make different sounds because of the way they are made. They're both different sizes and different shapes, and that affects the sound. Take a look at the head of the drum where we strike the drum. Notice how much bigger that head of the drum is on our floor tom. That helps to create a little bit of a deeper, lower sound. Listen one last time. You can hear that difference between the two different drums. Well, that is it for music class today. I will see you next time on The Marvelous Music Man.